Welcome back, everyone. Sometimes as parents, it's hard to keep our emotions in check when our children are acting out.
So how do you take a parent's time out? Counselor Kelly Olson with the Village Family Service Center in Moorhead is here with some advice on how to do this in a step-by-step fashion. So first off, I honestly have never even heard about this. So what is a parent's timeout?
Well, I mean, sometimes we have circumstances with our kids where we get a little hot under the collar. And so it's good for us to take a break too. And it's actually a really great tool to teach our kids that how we handle our anger. So if we say something like, you know what, Mommy is so mad right now, I'm going to take a break. Or, you know what, I just need to take a break right now because I am really upset. I'm going to be right back, and I'm going to come talk to you about this, but I just need to calm down for a couple of minutes and come back.
Yeah.
It's just a really good tool to teach our kids. I mean, because we expect that of our kids, right? I mean, when they're at school and there's another kid in their face, we're expecting them to take a time out or take a deep breath or count backwards or whatever. So it's a good thing for us to do as well in front of our kids.
And it's a great alternative to hitting your kids. I mean, because sometimes the emotions, well, no, I mean, really,
Yes.
the emotions might get the better of you if you're a parent,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
and then you might resort to hitting them or doing what happened to you when you were younger.
Right. Well, and I think it's important to make a disclaimer that we all are human, and we're trying the best we can to be the best parents that we can. But we have tough days, and we have certain buttons that gets pushed, and I guarantee you that your kids will push that button, and they will do it multiple times. And it does impact us, and so we try really hard to not use sarcasm and not scream and whatever else. But we all lose it from time to time because of our days and stress and lack of sleep or whatever the reason is. And so I think it's important that we realize as parents that we do have emotions and our kids are going to be pushing our buttons, and then recognizing those emotions.
So is there anything we can tell ourselves when we're stepping away for that moment? Anything to reiterate in our heads? I am a good parent. I'm a good parent. I love my child.
People like me.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's important to have a little mantra in your head of something that you can think about, like, okay, I will calm down. This will be okay. It's important to think about what are we trying to teach our kids? What are our lessons we're trying to teach them? If they're being disrespectful and then we scream back at them in an aggressive way that's disrespectful as well, that we wouldn't appreciate them coming back at us, then that's not going to help. And so walking away and saying, okay, what am I trying to get across here? And at first, taking a couple of breaths, counting backwards, and just trying to tell yourself, I will be calm. And I will be calm. And then just breathing and just feeling your body just calming down. It's going to be different. Even if you took 10 seconds away from that child and then coming back and just thinking about, just taking a couple of seconds to think about what you're trying to do will impact and will make a difference from how you would have done it if you would have done it right then when they're pushing your button.
Yeah.
So this might be naive, but I guess I think about Isabella being 4. So are you saying, hey, she's going to just sit in the room, I'm going to go in another room? But as a 4-year-old, isn't you kind of going, wait a second, what's going on here? Where's my parent?
Right. Every kid is different, and there's certainly those kids where I heard Andrea talking earlier about those shadow kids that are really difficult to get away from.
They run after you.
Yes, they will. They will run after
like,
you.
No, please.
But the more you do it, and the older they get, they will realize that this is something that's okay. And I think it's important that when you're not in a battle with a child, that you explain to them that sometimes mommy's going to take a break, and I will be here. I will never leave you. I'm just going to take a break, calm down, and come back. And then when it happens, you can say the same things. I will be here. I will never leave you. I'm going to take a break. I will be right back.
Okay, so say it to them
In the moment.
In the moment, but then also say it ahead of time.
Absolutely.
Like there might be a time when mommy has to leave or daddy has to leave. Okay.
Right. Because
So
I'm
they know
trying to
it's
be the best parent that I can with you. And sometimes mommy gets really upset when something happens. And so instead of me yelling at you, I'm going to take a break and then I'm going to come back. And letting them know that. Now, your younger ages, it might not work, but as they get older and as you start to develop kind of a little agreement of how this is going to work, it becomes more successful.
So let me ask you this, because I think kids are so good at understanding kind of the control.
Yeah.
And aren't I better off putting them in a timeout, letting them know that, hey, look, I'm the parent here?
You absolutely can give the child a timeout. I mean, that's still a great strategy. But I think what we're talking about today is that what about us? Because there are times when we need to take a break because our actual consequences that we're giving our child might be more excessive than we might do if we were calm.
Okay. Much
you.
more on this issue when we come back. Stay close.